No facade is easily shattered. It was a dark and stormy night. Well, not really, but there was a drizzle falling hard enough to keep me awake. It's days like these when my job gets boring. Just sitting, waiting. I don't have a television. There's nothing worth watching, in my opinion. I've read all the books on my shelf at least twice. This isn't how it always is, though. When I do happen to get a client with a tough case, things get much more interesting.
Detective Crispin?
I had seen her around town before. Now, I'm not one to size up a girl, but something about her drew my gaze from the desk. She was the accident on the side of the road that you slow down to look at. The wet paint that everyone has to touch, just to see if the sign is telling the truth. She wasn't here for tea and crumpets, though. Something was up.
Well?
Well, what?
You're Detective Crispin, right?
Yes. Do you know a 6-letter word for risk? Ah.
Is this how you treat all of your clients?
You're not my client yet.
All right. That's how you want it to be? Find somebody else.
3, 2, 1.
Got to help me. It all happened so fast. I don't know what to do. That's why I came here. I figured you'd be the one to help. I've heard you're very good at what you do, and
What's the problem, miss?
it's my boyfriend, Nick.
Miss, I'm a detective, not a relationship counselor.
No. He's dead. He's been killed.
A murder case. Just the thing to spice up this gloomy night. I'm picky about which cases I accept, but a murder doesn't come around very often. I pretended to think it over, but I knew nothing better was coming. Dead, huh? Not too often I get one of these. I'll tell you what. You take me to the scene of the crime, and I'll see what I can do. What's her name, by the way?
Simona DeForest.
It's a pleasure.
Well, here it is. No. I can't.
I understand. Just wait here a while. I took one step into the room and closed the door behind me. It looked a bit messy, but I could already tell. This killer was vanilla. You didn't move anything, did you?
No, I didn't.
It wasn't difficult to tell what had happened. This guy took a bullet right to the chest. It was simple, just a single, well-placed shot. Simple, but clean.
Well, do you know who did it? What did you find out? Were there fingerprints? Fingerprints are
I don't
good
check
so-
for fingerprints.
What? Why not?
No criminal who knows what they're doing leaves fingerprints. Besides, it's pretty easy to avoid. All you have to do is wear gloves.
Oh. Well, what did you find?
Frankly, not a lot. This crime scene alone isn't enough for me to identify the killer. I'm gonna need you to give me the names and addresses of the people who are closest to you and your boyfriend, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. No, Shannon, wait. This is Detective Crispin. You're not in trouble, I promise. He just needs you to answer a few questions.
About what?
My boyfriend. He's dead.
Simona and I were really close as kids, but as we grew up, we just grew apart. We have completely different interests. I like to read books and travel places, and she likes to put on makeup and flirt with boys. And then she started dating Nick.
What did you think of him?
He was alright, nothing special though. I figured it'd be another one of her month-long flings. And he just started getting on my nerves after a while.
So you didn't like him?
She could have done better, and he wasn't right for her. I also heard he was abusive. So he's dead?
Yeah. Murdered. He was abusive?
I don't know, that's what I heard. Simona never seemed beat up or anything, but... Do you know who did it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, miss. Thanks for your time.
How could you say that stuff about me? I'm not that bad. Can you believe the words that were coming out?
I told you to go to another room.
I know, but...
Then don't complain. I learned a good bit of information from talking to Simona's sister. She clearly had a disliking for Nick, but I could also detect a hint of jealousy in her voice. That hint of jealousy was like a lemon slice in Coke. Just enough to taste. Just enough to make her a suspect.